Welcome back, everyone. It's Derek and Joe for another 30-minute cruise extravaganza, and we are switching on the fun in this show as we set sail with the big brand of Carnival, a cruise line very close to my heart, and I know so many of yours watching right now. They're a cruise line renowned for delivering unforgettable and fun-filled holidays on the high seas, and they are great fun. I smile every time I think about my Carnival cruises. Yeah,
absolutely. First ships I worked on, actually.
Oh, were they?
They certainly are brilliant, and for all the family as well. We have actually got 3 feature deals coming up for you that will take us quite literally around the globe. Later, we've got the ultimate Hawaiian adventure that includes a stay in San Francisco, plus something a little closer to home towards the end of the show as we cruise from the White Cliffs of Dover for a rare opportunity to cruise Carnival from the UK out to the Mediterranean with a post-cruise stay in romantic Rome. Oh,
it's lovely sailing out of Dover as well, because I always give my mum and dad a wave because they live just up the coast, and it's quite nice sailing away from the White Cliffs knowing that you are on your holiday. There's something quite nice, familiar about leaving those behind. It's lovely. Anyway, all of that on the way later. Now, though, the best news as we're booking ahead for next August and September, and you can secure your place on board any of the deals in this show for a low deposit of just £250 each. Brilliant. Shall we go cruising then? Yes, I think is the answer. Well, our first offer sees us take a pretty epic voyage from Sydney to Singapore. It's 3 weeks all told, this one. Very nice. Going at the back end of the summer as well, 20th of August. And it begins with a very exciting flight to sizzling Singapore, and where usually we might have 1 or 2 nights, this offer 3 nights in Singapore.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. I was, I always cross my fingers and hope for a deal like this for you, because for me, 3 days is the perfect mini break amount, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can get over the jet lag, become acclimatized, spend time walking and exploring, which is the best way, in my opinion, to explore a city.
Yeah.
Or take one of those hop-on, hop-off buses. They also have the most amazing, bustling, exciting Chinatown, obviously. There's Mandalay Bay, Gardens by the Bay, and fabulous Raffles Hotel. It's all happening. Then it's time to cruise the Carnival Splendor out of Singapore for 16 nights as we head down under all the way to Australia. That's right. And lovely way to do it. Yes, without the long flight, breaking up that flight. So you just go to Singapore, hopping on the cruise, taking you over to Oz, and doing it in the fun ship style. They have their very own unique way of making the fun infectious. And I will say that because it's not like, okay, let's not think of ye olden times kind of forced fun entertainment at some relative's wedding. It's not, that's not what we're talking about. We're actually talking about something here that is genuine, proper fun, full belly laughs, so much entertainment going on around the ship. And you know what, there's something for all the family. And even if you are not a wild party animal, it doesn't matter. There's plenty of spaces around the ship. They have an adults only Serenity area as well, where you can just relax. But brilliant, of course, for all the family. They've got basketball courts, they've got mini golf, they've got the kids club. There's the spa to relax, dance classes. In fact, the cruise staff and the cruise staff's team on board work their socks off doing loads of fun nights for you. You might have Caribbean night, you might have Brazilian night, white hot night, all these fun things going on. And with it being Carnival, the nightclub is open late.
Very late.
Yes.
Or early, depending on your point of view. 16 nights then out of Singapore.
Absolutely. And we're heading straight into fabulous Jakarta in Indonesia. The capital of the 8,000 Indonesian islands is Java. It's on Jakarta. Oh my gosh. Awash with amazing mosques and temples and the juxtapose of cultures. Then it's Bali, Benua Bali. Where do we start here? Well, Uluwatu Temple in the mountains. If you can see a folklore show, is incredible. The views are spectacular. Then, of course, there's the many beaches, the paddy fields, lots of tours to enjoy. Do speak to the Carnival team on board for this. Lombok, a lovely unspoilt paradise just over from Bali, where you can stroll around the island, you can take a bike, you can take a horse and cart, you can really enjoy the nature that this island always delivers. Then we're on to Darwin in the top end of Australia, the Northern Territories. Now this has an incredible subtropical climate, and you have the beautiful and breathtaking Kakadu National Park. We can see all of that gorgeous Australian wildlife. Then it is Time for one of the great wonders of the world. The Reef, the Whitsunday Archipelago, 74 islands featuring pristine fringing reefs, calm lagoon-like waters and superb beaches. Fly, snorkel, whatever you have to do to enjoy this to its best. Then we have a special stop at Tangalooma, which is Moreton Island. This is not seen on many itineraries, and it's really the ultimate Queensland resort escape. So of course you can snorkel the reef. At the same time, you can do kind of a buggy adventure around the sand dunes, hand feed wild dolphins and go whale watching. Then we're cruising into Sydney, where you'll disembark and we will fly you home. Those, of course, those end-to-end flights are included, but I think it would be silly not to maybe speak to the team about staying a little bit longer in Sydney, since you're all the way over in Oz.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, you've made a huge effort to get there. It would be rude not to stay for a couple of nights. It would be lovely. You can add that, of course, when you talk to the team. This is an epic adventure, if you think about it. I mean, more than usual in terms of our time staying in Singapore, and it is just a beautiful city and so contrasted from day to night as well. There are loads of different things you can do of an evening there. They have the nightly light show over the quay skyline. They've got nocturnal safaris you can take at the zoo. There's all kinds of things you can get up to. Go onto the most wonderful rooftops as well and just enjoy cocktails with the best view over Singapore. Do that. And then you've got this fantastic cruise, and the cruise again is taking you, as Joe said, and we said earlier, taking you here, there and everywhere. You get to go to Bali, you get to go to the key ports for the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, and then you arrive sailing under the harbour bridge into Sydney. I mean, very, very exciting. As Joe mentioned before, flights are included. So flight out to Singapore, 3 nights hotel there. Then you've got the cruise, and then of course the flight back from Sydney at the end. Now, of course, we mentioned low deposits because this is quite a way off. Well, you're not that far off, actually, next summer. But a deposit today of £250 each will guarantee the deal. And actually, we were all looking at this deal and going, hang on a second, how is this any more than the flights there and back? I know. 2299 per person, or a deposit today of just £250 each, which is really good. So again, with that package as it is, remember, you fly back from Sydney at the end of the package, but with a budget that is, you know, really, really conservative, I have to say. Talk to the team about adding 2, 3, 4 nights in Sydney before you make the big journey home. And if you want to upgrade while you're on the cruise, here's the prices for that, because they're amazing as well. So going up to Ocean View, looks like balconies are out of the question on this one. Looks like they've sold out already, but suites are available for you there as well, as you can see. Remember, the cruise itself is 16 fabulous nights, cruising out of Singapore to Jakarta, to Benoit in Bali, to Lombok, to Darwin in Australia, Airlie Beach for the Great Barrier Reef, Tangalooma with lots and lots of water activities there on Moreton Island, and then of course you arrive into Sydney and then fly back. But add a couple of nights in Sydney, it's definitely worth it. Speak to the team about the prices on that as well. 0800 953 4700. But listen, if you've never been to any of those places, never been to Bali, I'm just thinking, right, okay, never been to Singapore, never been to Bali, never been to Australia. Ticks loads of boxes all at the same time, doesn't it? Which is really, really good. Now, if you are loving our shows and you are loving the breadth of the offers that we have got, let's show you very, very quickly why so many people make us their #1 choice.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
I mean, it's just fantastic, isn't it?
It is, and we love hearing from you as well. Quite aside from the reviews, if you ever want to get in touch with us directly, remember you can. We are just an email away, studio@cruise1st.tv. Tell us what you love about the channel. Tell us about the cruises that you've been on. Any suggestions for shows or cruises that you want to do? You know, cruises that you just have a bit of a dream, cruises that maybe we don't feature on the screen that you're thinking, I wonder if they could do a bit of that. Drop us in a suggestion, because we're all ears, Jo, aren't we?
Absolutely. Well, we are off next. I hope you've got your, have you got your flower ready? Little flower in your hair. You need, well, we're going to San Francisco, so you have to be sure to wear the flower in your hair.
Okay.
And then you need a lei, because we're going to Hawaii as well.
Have to do it soon then, because there's not much hair left.
You're not You're not prepared for this, Derek.
I need my
You've got the
grass
flowers
skirt.
in the shirt, so you're good.
There is a lei somewhere out the back, I think.
Absolutely.
We've got some here.
Okay.
We're off to Hawaii, everyone, I think. The clues are there.
We'll get yeah, dropped on your head more like. Right, so this is such an exciting adventure, though, and one of my favourite cruises to do.
Yeah.
Did it a couple of years ago, had a friend that worked on board one of the ships. It's a Hawaiian adventure with San Francisco stay for 18 nights.
Nice.
Now, you're going to leave on the 14th of September next year. Just as the sun is setting on our summer, you're going to be heading off to where there's always an eternal summer, Hawaii. You're going to go to the west coast of America for your 2-night pre-cruise stay in cosmopolitan San Francisco. Oh, what a city. Oh, what a city. Now, you've got to ride the trams when you're in San Fran. It's iconic. You see those incredible views all the way down the hill, down into Union Square and Fisherman's Wharf. They are iconic, of course. The cable cars, the Golden Gate rising from the fog. There's Fisherman's Wharf right there, the pier, which you'll probably get on your ship at. It's a hustling, bustling, exciting city full of great shopping as well. And very friendly locals, beautiful food. I did a food tour there, I'd recommend that. That is a great one to do.
Oh, nice.
And a colourful history, and of course you can learn all about this famous South Californian city if you do a little tour of the city as well. Lots of them that your cruise line can recommend too, even before you get on the ship. So let's get on board the Carnival Miracle. 15 nights of fun cruising on the Miracle. She's a beautiful ship, she absolutely is, and she's going to take you all the way to Hawaii. She's also well versed on this itinerary, having done it sort of, you know, quite for the long term. So the great thing is your team on board will have all the, you know, the hints for you for getting into port and maximising your time and money when you get there, as well as enjoying the sail over. Because the beauty of a Hawaiian cruise is you've got lots of fun days at sea, and that's what Carnival call them, because they jam-pack the activities in so you can make the most of it. Whether you're lounging on deck and just drinking in the sunshine, or listening to some live music, or you know, perhaps taking in the water park, you know, doing your daily quiz, working out in the gym, there's tons to do on board the Miracle. And of course, one of the big features is the evening dining. You can go to the dine. It's all included, by the way. So if you've never cruised before, just FYI, all of your dining other than the specialty is included. And your shows, and your bed's made every day. It's brilliant. It's all right there.
Do you know where I'm going, Jo? Sam's Piano Bar. That's where I'm off to.
Yeah, they do the dueling pianos on board. Have you ever been to those?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're so much fun. You put in requests and you have these two pianists kind of playing off, you know, each other. It's very cool. And then they have live comedy and punchliners too. So we're cruising out of San Fran. Some days at sea will see us into fabulous Maui in Hawaii for the famed Volcano National Park, the Haleakala crater. It's beautiful there, 10,000 feet above sea level. This is where everybody heads to when they're in Maui, or maybe just a stroll down the front street. Honolulu next, of course. This is the capital, Oahu, on the island of Oahu. Right there you have the cultural and scenic advantages, including Diamond Head, and also fabulous Waikiki Beach, Pearl Harbor as well. Must see. Niuwili. Now this is the Garden Island, Kauai. And it has beautiful panoramic hiking trails, because of course we're looking at lush volcanic landscapes here. Great shopping in Hawaii too. I would take a bike tour if you can. Then it's time for Big Island, Kona. Some tours here I'd recommend are the marine wildlife excursion, or zodiac rafting and snorkeling. So you have lovely marine life in Hawaii as well. Oh, don't forget Kona coffee. world famous. Then we're into Mexico, Ensenada. The big point of interest here is La Bufadora at Giza, which is a blowhole. They have a market outside where you can buy your Taxco sterling silver and all your souvenirs and doodahs. And there's a great zip line tour as well. Some time at sea sees us back into San Francisco, where you'll disembark, and of course you'll fly home. That's included, so end-to-end flights. You'll stay in San Fran. This brilliant, I'd say once in a lifetime, let's be honest, cruise to Hawaii, and it's all part of your package.
And chance to shop for doodahs. That's my favourite shopping. Shopping for doodahs. You know, when you're not really looking for anything in particular, and something comes along and says, buy me, buy me. That's the kind of shopping.
One more thing, Derek.
Yeah,
You've got to try the Dole Whip in Hawaii.
I beg your pardon?
You know Dole pineapples?
Oh, yes.
So they make a special whip, like a frozen ice creamy gelato out of it. It's a must.
Sounds lovely, doesn't it?
Yes.
Told you there was a lay somewhere, didn't I? It is very, very nice. So I'm ready for a party. Don't worry, it's only staying on for this one. It's for and when I go to Hawaii. Are you going to Hawaii? You can do, you know, on this fabulous offer. It is lovely. Remember, you've got your flights included here. You've got your stay in San Francisco. You've got the amazing Carnival cruise around the Hawaiian Islands as well. This is spectacular. Deposits today of just £250 each. Your price for the entire package is here, and it is a lot less than you might expect it to be. I mean, look at the length of the holiday there in total. Deposits today of just £250 each, and you can make this happen. So if you've always dreamed of going to this part of the world and having a bit of a mini break in San Francisco where someone left their heart, I can't remember who it was now, then this is your opportunity. Here's the details to upgrade as well. If you want to go up to balcony, there is your price tag. Looks like ocean views already spoken for on this offer. Shows you how quick you need to be with your booking as well, doesn't it? I mean, we're seeing already on our first offer, I think the what was it, the balconies had gone already. On this one, ocean views already sold out and gone. There is a beverage package available on board. That's a posh way of saying drinks are available, and you can buy the packages for drinks while you're on board the cruise. You've also got your solo price there on screen as well. So if you're interested in that one, remember it's a very, very low deposit on that one, just £250 each. Call us now on 0800 953 4700. And I tell you what, if you love your Carnival cruises, remember you can search by cruise line on our website as well at Cruise1st.tv. Now I have to very, very quickly show you one of these, because as well as what we do here on the TV and on the website, you can get one of these, a living, breathing brochure, which we produce every few weeks or so, and we get all of the deals that we don't necessarily have time to get on the TV. We do as much as we possibly can, but many more adventures from our tour team, adventures in particular parts of the world with particular cruise lines. There's a big feature there on our latest one on Virgin Voyages, for instance. If you're not signed up for these already, you absolutely should be. Again, same number, 0800 953 4700, and we'll pop one of these in the post, and we update them every few weeks. So well worth having. It's nice to have on the coffee table, isn't it, if you just need that extra inspiration and you're not watching us at the time, or something to take on the bus, or something to take on a long drive with you, or show your friends actually as well. If they want to sign up, again, same number, 0800 953 4700. It's a good read as well.
It's nice to actually have some physical paper to hold and look at these days.
Brilliant,
you know, we love digital, of course, but this is wonderful. I've just realised you got laid while I was waiting there.
Yes,
how did that happen?
I have. I don't know. I'm suddenly very colourful. Oh. And I'm quite liking it.
Lucky you.
I'm keeping it for our last deal because actually I'm not sure Dover is quite as colourful as this.
It's as colourful as you make it.
That's true.
When you're on a Carnival cruise.
Very true.
Yes.
We're going on a no-fly Med Explorer from Dover. This is brilliant. I must tell Mum and Dad about this because they're just up the Kent coast from there. 18th of August, 12 nights. So you get yourself down to the port at Dover, which is nice and easy if you're anywhere London southeast, you know, in the southeast of the country, and you'll do a spectacular sail out, waving goodbye to the White Cliffs. We're going on board Carnival Legend on this one for 9 nights, and we are heading towards Italy, I think, on this one, aren't we? Yes.
Absolutely.
We are.
Yeah, we're taking in the beautiful Med and some Portugal as well. So while you're on board enjoying all the flavour that Carnival has to offer, it's a rare chance to actually see Carnival in our neck of the woods, which is lovely, right there at Dover, and bringing all the fun and fabulousness of a Brazilian Carnival mixed with Butlins, mixed with all the fun adventures you've ever done in your life on board a ship. That's why it's called Carnival, right? But it's proper fun. And I tell you what, the comfort food on board has to be one of my favourite things about Carnival. They do the most delicious pizzas I've experienced at sea, and they do them in 24 hours. They're so good. Lovely big burgers as well. Guys, burgers, delicious. And when it comes to enjoying your tipple that you fancy, of course, all the favourites, like you might like to do a bit of wine tasting on board, beer tasting, cocktail mix, and they have that on offer.
Oh, this is, sorry to interrupt, but 18th of August, we're still in the school holidays here, aren't we, for most?
Yes.
So this would be a brilliant one to take the kids as well. Camp Carnival and all the other, kids stuff that they do. But not just kid-specific stuff. There's lots of stuff that you can do up on deck as a family as well. So you can really have a great time. Yeah.
Which is rare to see on cruise ships. You don't see on many. Dance classes you can do as well. The whole family can get involved. Bit of line dancing. I used to teach that at one point.
Did
or aqua aerobics. Do you know what else is interesting when you're on a cruise? They do things like the captain has a question and answer session. And they also do, you can sign up for a behind the scenes tour if you're early. You can do that. For a nominal fee, and it takes you kind of into the backstage area, so to speak, of what goes on in the heart of a ship, how it operates. So if you are a little bit of a kind of a ship buff and you're interested in that, that's another option. These are all little things you just wouldn't realise when you're on a cruise, and I love the versatility. And you're actually going to get it in your daily newspaper they send to your stateroom, but it's all done digitally now as well. So you've got the option of being able to plan your day, so just to completely maximise your time on board, because you will want to do so much. And honestly, if it's your first cruise, it's a bit like being a kid in a candy store. Yeah, you really want to do and see everything.
I was just about to say this would make an excellent first-timers cruise as well. If you've never done cruising before, do it with the family. You're doing 9 nights, remember, out of gorgeous Dover. Wave goodbye to the white seas, white cliffs, should I say, day at sea, and we're here.
Exactly, lovely La Coruña in the north of Spain, and in Galicia you've got Santiago de Compostela on your doorstep there. I take a tour there and it shows you the Great Pilgrim's Path, incredibly interesting city. Then it's Leixos in Portugal, where you can head out on a wine tour, learn about the port wine of course, or go to the Palácio da Bolsa. Portugal is full of gorgeous, elaborate historical buildings where the royal palaces once were as well. Then it's Lisbon, the capital of Portugal, just such a gorgeous city. From architecture through to delicious food, you must grab a pastel de nata when you're there. A cheeky glass of port wine, of course. The locals are super friendly. It is beautiful. Then it's Cadiz, and you can either enjoy Cadiz on foot, or you can maybe book an excursion to Seville and see the gorgeous Alcazar, the big square, the Plaza España. They have a lovely riverside market. Maybe taking a flamenco show, or even learn flamenco while you're there. That's an option on tour too. Malaga's up next. This offers a lot. The old town's very tranquil, and it has a Picasso museum, lovely beach, but you're not far from the Alhambra in Granada. Again, another amazing adventure. Cartagena beckons us next, and this has got one of the oldest Roman theatres to go and visit, thousands of years old. You also have, if you love to horse ride, there's a horse ranch not too far away, but it's of course a wealth of beautiful architecture and history. Now we're disembarking in the port for Rome. We've got 3 nights in the Eternal City. Brilliant. Well, I love that this is included in your package, because like you said, school holiday time, it's going to be great to package it up with a cruise and get the best value in fabulous Rome. And of course you've got your hotel included as well in a great location. Now, you know, the city, where do we begin with Rome? I mean, around every corner, there's ancient ruins practically from thousands of years ago. You know, you're in a gelateria and you stumble upon something that was built in like the 5th century BC. It's crazy, isn't it? And I just love looking at this incredibly imposing architecture, and it just makes you feel really alive, doesn't it, to actually be there witnessing the history.
And again, actually, talking about the time of year this is, and I only say this just because this is an August cruise, but if you have got the kids with you, if you think about the balance of this holiday is quite beautiful, actually, because you've got all the fun that you can have. You know, it's their summer holiday as well, on the ship, all the different new places that they're going to, and then maybe you drink in a little bit of culture and history and a little bit of education, you know, vicariously by osmosis. You know, you're in a place like Rome, you go to the Colosseum, you know, you have the audio guides and things like that in these historic places, so you're drinking in that information. I mean, that's something to go back to school and, you know, write the story up, isn't it, in September, which is quite nice. So we can all learn something as well. We all get something from a holiday, don't we? This is a great price as well, by the way. You might be thinking, okay, they're showing a deal that's in the middle of August. This is going to be top dollar. We're going to be talking, you know, summer school holidays. Everything's 3 times the price. So are we, Mr. P, looking at £3,000 each for this holiday? No. We're really not. I know, I was quite surprised. Remember, you're sailing from the UK and then the cruise ends in Rome, but you've got 3 nights in a hotel. That's all factored in, it's all done. It's part of the deal, and the flight back from Rome after 3 nights in a hotel there. How good is that? Again, you can put your deposits down on this today, £250 each, to get this price locked in right now. So I would say, you know, word to the wise. Well, listen, this really doesn't need my help in terms of selling it. Do you know what I mean? When you can put £250 each down now, and you can have that as a 12-night midsummer holiday, peak season for where you're going here. I mean, you're almost guaranteed end to end. I mean, I'm no weatherman, as you know, but you're almost guaranteed end to end. Pretty beautiful weather, aren't you? Even down in Dover down at this time of the year. Do you know what I mean? Amazing. Here's the details to upgrade. Looks like ocean views have gone already on this one. So it's balcony as the upgrade there, or just take the best price there inside at 1199, which is pretty darn good. I mean, for those of you who want to budget ahead as well, sorting out something special for next summer and doing it right now for just £250 each deposit, sounds to me like sound budgeting. I'm no chancellor either, but it looks good.
I'm flummoxed at that price. That's a hotel and flight in August for Rome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy,
Is the cruise free? It feels
like it, doesn't it? Yeah, it's brilliant. And actually, you know, when we've shown you the footage in this show, by the way, that has just been very, very generic, the kind of things that happen and the kind of things that are available on Carnival. There are lots of ship-specific things that we weren't able to show you. Because 2 reasons why. Well, one, we don't have the footage right now. That's one of the main reasons. But the second reason is we don't want to spoil any surprises, because there's lots of things that you come across on a Carnival cruise in particular that you think to yourself, I didn't know that was coming, but I'm glad it did. You
like the conga line you joined, Derek, right, when you were on board last time?
The ice swan carving, that suddenly this great big slab of ice was carted onto the deck, and this guy on the crew, who was absolutely amazing, suddenly got his, you know, his pick and doodah out, and then we had this great big wonderful ice swan, which
lasts. They go to school to learn this. They do the fruit carving and the ice carving. They have specialist schools, particularly over in Indonesia, where they teach that.
This block of ice, though, was absolutely huge. So the swan that it made just lasted for ages and ages. And then the conga around the deck, honestly, I'll never forget
talented.
That. It was brilliant. Anyway, listen, that's just a small glimpse of life on Carnival. Lots more deals, of course, on the website at Cruise1st.tv. So if you're looking for a late deal or something, as you can see now, further ahead with a low deposit, they're all there. So make sure you go and have a little look. You will definitely have fun. That's guaranteed, Jo, right?
Oh, it'll draw out the fun in everybody. That's why you need to book soon.
See you soon.